Welcome back to Autopolitan 2. This is part 2 of the first event. If you have not seen part 1, make sure to watch that first or else, well, you're gonna see the lap times. In this event, the cars race as quickly as possible down the mountain to test which car has the best handling, best cornering, and best overall adaptability to this event. First up to attempt this event today is the McClure. This should be quite an interesting ride, and we'll just see how the king does. Alright, so one thing to note about this run with the McClure is that no ESCs are allowed in this event, or possibly any event in the Autopolitan. So basically what that means is that, unlike Season 1, this season the McClure is basically going to be a slightly more refined Fatale. This thing is awful without the ESC, so it will be interesting to see how it goes. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is gonna shoot up to high speeds, yep. It's got that turbo lag that, you know, all my cars are known for. Alright, so this thing's still managing to kind of lag ever so slightly, but it's definitely manageable. It's not quite as bad as it could be. Alright, yeah. Alright, so we're already getting some brake fade. That's classic for the McClure. Watch it, brake fade. I'm gonna get it. Yep, brake fade. All 4 brakes, yep, and I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at the brake fade. Alright, this is definitely, honestly, just driving this car feels a bit shambles. It really does. It feels like it was refined, but like, by Neanderthals. I guess I just called myself a Neanderthal there. That's fine. Okay, brakes. We're fine. No, stop. Stop hitting that. This car doesn't have brakes. They're all gone. Great, now it's pulling right a little bit. That's... Okay. Okay, alright. Nice and clean. That was pretty clean. I'm a little worried about the straight, though, with a car that's pulling to the right. Every time I release control of the steering, the car just veers right. Like, I'm not steering right now. Now I am, but, like, I wasn't for a split second there when I said that. And then turn it... Nope, not that much. Not that much. Oh, no! It's its own fault. If it could brake, it wouldn't have this issue. And stop. It's lodged itself in a tree. There. That's the first car to do that. So far, I've never had any... I mean, so far, none of them have exactly stuck themselves in a tree. Despite some unfortunate incidents, the McClure has still managed a 2-minute 42.45. Since the source of most of its issues came from its brake fade problem, they have decided that this is a reflection of the car and not an issue that justifies reattempting the lap. Next up to attempt this event is the Nopal. It's definitely starting with a disadvantage compared to its supercar competitors, but yeah, it probably doesn't have much of a chance here. Alright, so if nothing else, this should be kind of a nice, relaxing, fun lap. Definitely don't see it as a winning run, but, you know, let's see how it does. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. Exhilarating start. Alright, don't over rev. There we go, yeah, get into neutral. I think the engine might have just gone out, actually. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. It's not giving me any warnings, but, like, it's gone to neutral, and I can't get it back. I think it's stalled, actually. Nope, there we go. We're back. Whatever, I don't think that we really lost that much performance there. I think it actually got to higher speeds than it's capable of on its own. Alright, we're gonna have to brake a little bit. Unfortunately, I feel really bad braking in this car. Like, it's just such a waste of so much momentum. Alright, well, this has definitely been the cleanest lap. Very smooth, very easygoing. Unfortunately, it's also probably the slowest lap. Alright. Nice and tidy. Tidy indeed. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat 4 minutes, to be honest. Oh my god, like, this is the only car where I run out of things to say because it takes so long to get from corner to corner. Like, I'm just sitting there just with nothing to say on the straights because I'm just... How do I kill this time? There's just so much dead time. Nothing exciting is happening, I'm going in a straight line, but it's just taking so long to get there. Alright, on the straight. Now I have absolutely no idea what to say. Come on, Nopal. You can do it. Go get him, Tiger. We're going 37 down the fastest part of this track. Well, we can just stay in the right lane here, I guess. I mean, Okay, I guess this is technically Japan, so I guess this is the right side. Oh my gosh, come on. You can do it. Can it make it over this bump? Yep, we did it. Alright, and stop. Wow, the Nopal has completed this course in 4 minutes and 21.11 seconds. That's a pretty awful time. Next up is everyone's favorite 3-seater, the Deluxe A Box. Also, please note that when we say it seats 3, we're not endorsing that. It says it on the brochure, but we're still not entirely sure how that's possible, and we really just, we can't recommend it. So, yeah, just at your own risk, please do not put 3 people in this car. All right, Deluxe A Box time. This should be exciting. I'm sure it's gonna roll over a dozen times. Anyway, let's see how it does. I'm expecting similar times to the Nopal. I expected to beat the Nopal because it has like 3 times the horsepower and like a quarter of the weight, but yeah, it should be exciting. Anyway, 3, 2, 1, go. So my biggest concern with this, besides it, possibly falling over because it likes to go up on 2 wheels sometimes in the corners, other than that, it's just the braking. Because when this thing brakes, it loses contact with the ground on the back wheels, and it just shoots to whatever side of the road it feels like going to. Watch, example. Okay, nope, that time I didn't do it till I lifted off. Somehow this is one of the more annoying cars to try and drive precisely. Actually, that's not surprising at all. just the actual platform of it makes it a little bit annoying to work with just at the beginning of anything. I don't know. I kind of started that sentence without an idea of where it was going, and I never quite figured it out. Another random phrase with slight variation about this corner being good. Wonderful. Alright, so this is probably the 5th to last corner. I'm starting to actually remember how many corners are left. That's a good sign. Anyway, the Deluxe Box is now flying down here, and it is already pretty much at the bottom. I mean, it's above the Nopal, but I guess the question is more how much past. It should be a decent amount ahead of the Nopal. It's actually, at this rate, it still could beat the Wayfarer, I think. Let's see. Alright, and stop. I think that I called it a little bit early there, but the official time will reflect a more accurate stopping point anyway. The Deluxe Box has completed this event with a 3-minute 40.32. Definitely not something to put it in contention for the victory, but not an awful time considering that, well, it's the Deluxe Box. It's tiny. Next up to attempt this event is none other than the common Turismo 1000. Let's see if it does even 2 times better than its predecessor. Shouldn't be too hard. Alright, in all honesty, this is probably one of the best cars to drive this season. It's just, in a weird way, it feels very stable and grounded. It's kind of weird that this is a good car to drive. Interesting, actually. But yeah, it's a pretty fun car to drive. So let's see how it does. I think it should do pretty well here. So let's see how close it gets. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, slow start, but it does get itself going. I mean, the car only has about, I think 80 horsepower? So it does pretty good considering what it's got to work with. Definitely getting it down here with some speed. Let's put a little brake and pull it in close. I have faith this car will pull through here nicely, and it did. Barely any braking even needed. Okay, now we'll tie this close, and then we'll just repeat that about 47 times until we're at the bottom. Starting to get the hang of these turns a lot better. This car is just so grounded. It doesn't, I mean, it can slide, but it doesn't slide if you don't ask for it. It'll just stay incredibly rooted. It's actually one of the better cars this season as far as, an actual platform and handling is concerned. It kind of blows my mind a little bit. Alright, I don't know. I feel like we're making really good time, but we're not quite as quick through these straights, so I definitely don't think it's a winner here, but this is feeling like a very good time. I didn't even have to be prepared for this bit here. It's already so grounded and stable. It's very responsive to late reactions. Alright. This is feeling very good. This might be the first time Common Turismo ever performs strongly at any event. Alright, this is actually proven to be very solid. Don't even think we need to break through here. It'll just, yep, it's just nicely rooted. Alright, keep it tight in here. No issues in the tunnel. And coming up to the finish and stop. Ah, I thought maybe it was going to stop itself in time. Not so fortunate. Definitely didn't take any actual damage though. But honestly, like, what do you expect? It's a Common Turismo. This thing could probably survive a direct nuclear warhead impact. As for the Common Turismo 1000's performance in this event, however, it has completed this challenge with a 3-minute 3.15. This is definitely the best showing Common Turismo has ever had in an Autopolitan event. And honestly, it bodes very well for the future of Common Turismo's racing division and the Common Turismo 1000. Next up for this event is the El Chupacabra. I don't think anybody's looking for a lightning fast lap from this guy, but it might surprise us. Let's see how it does. Alright, I'm not looking for a lightning fast lap from this guy. I'm really just kind of hoping that we make it down there with this lumbering turning and just everything. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so before we get too into this lap, I want to mention something about the El Chupacabra real quick. So, there were a lot of questions as to why I made this car the way that I did, and that is actually very easily answered. I based this car almost entirely off the Eldorado, so the late 60s Eldorado. So front wheel drive, that was the big one. Front wheel drive, the engine specs, a lot of that stuff is really based as close as I could off the Eldorado. So that is why it's made the way it is. But now let's talk about the driving and the atrocious things that have occurred thus far. So the problem, one of the biggest problems with the El Chupacabra is that it doesn't like to turn. It likes to use all of its power in a straight line, and it doesn't really want to do much else. Come on. I don't even care. This thing's a boat. It can take a little bit of a beating. It might need to ride the wall a little bit. If that's what it takes, then that's okay. Also, I'm thinking actually just handbraking, just doing some handbrake slides here might actually be faster in the long run. Let's give that a try right now. And this is the one corner that probably didn't need it. It's okay, it still sucks. This just feels shambles. This doesn't feel like I'm going for a hot time. It stop. It won't stop. All right, brake, handbrake. Just, oh my god, it won't even do a sweeping left. Spoiler alert, it's not that fast, but I need it to be so much faster. I believe in you. Okay, actually, I really don't believe in it at all. Not in this circumstance, but like, I'd like to believe in it, so let that count for as much as it can. All right, we can make up a lot of time here because this thing has got a lot of horses under the hood. 420 horses of fury. All right, okay. Coming into the end here. The nightmare is over. We can steer once again with the next car. Anyway, and stop. Ah, the radiator's leaking and the tire burst, eh? Ah, never would have recognized that. The El Chupacabra has finished this event in 3 minutes, 11.25 seconds. That does put it towards the middle area of this event, and not a bad showing, all things considered. Last up to attempt this event is the Shrine Zoey. This car has great potential here. I don't know if it's going to be quite as competitive as some of the supercars here, but of the lower to mid-tier vehicles entered in this competition, it should absolutely dominate. Alright, this is honestly one of the more fun cars to drive. This and the Common Turismo 1000 are just an absolute joy to drive. That being said, this car can sometimes get a little twitchy. So I'm hoping that that's not going to be a huge issue. Also, if you could just line up. Thank you. It does get a little twitchy, but shouldn't be an issue, so hopefully not an issue. Anyway, in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, this thing is going to fly through here. Alright, let's keep it grounded as much as possible. This is a very grounded car, but it can also be thrown out quite uncontrollably if you're not careful. Kind of an oxymoron what I said there. Basically, if you treat it well, this thing will act like absolute glue. Alright, break it, pull it in nice. 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 Nice, 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 nice. Let's do it again. We're just, every time we go down here, we're just cutting it ever so slightly more than before. I don't want to give it so much power that I can't, you know, get it back in control by the corner. That's kind of my main fear here. And with every car, really. The Fatale is near nightmare with that. The El Chupacabra is kind of a nightmare because it doesn't want to turn at all. Alright, that was a little too conservative with the braking there. Alright, let's make sure we don't fly into this wall. Alright, almost did twice, but we're okay. Alright, we've got some speed. Now we're gonna brake in time for the corner. It's better than not doing that, usually. Alright, and this is the final corner before the straight. Let's get as much time made up here as possible. Go, 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 go. Don't go off the road, though. I'd rather not end up in a giant wreck. Alright, let's keep it stable through here as much as we can. Perfect, alright. And off to the finish. And stop. The Zoey has completed this event with a 2-minute 46.45. A surprisingly fast time for such a small and modestly powered vehicle. And that concludes Event 1 of the Autopolitan 2. I hope that you have enjoyed your time with it. I'm receiving a transmission now from the board for the Autopolitan. Team SLFE has apparently submitted a request to redo their lap. It is now being addressed by the board. Let us go there now and see what their deliberation tells. It appears that a final decision is on the table and awaiting approval for the board chair. We can see them arriving now in the Medusa. Those unfamiliar with the Medusa may not recognize it, however it is actually a quite rare and valuable car. Only 2 are known to have ever been made, one of which is owned by the Autopolitan Committee. The other has disappeared a long time ago. No one really knows whatever happened to it. Hopefully it'll resurface one day again, but for now, this is the only known Medusa. The official is now on its way to the starting line to tell the SLFE that its request has been granted. It appears that the SLFE will be allowed to redo its lap before points are granted, so let's go back to the top of the stage and join the SLFE as it redoes its lap. So since the SLFE is being allowed to redo its lap, if by the end of the events it is in first place, the top 3 cars will all be coming back to this stage to redo it and make sure the points were distributed fairly. But now, without further ado, let's see its time. Alright, so this is going to be exciting. I would say it's going to be exciting because like now it's an entirely new day. And the last time I was trying to drive this, it was after I've actually, you know, gotten used to the track a little bit, so that's nice and all, but like now I don't have that luxury. So the time to beat for the McClure is a 2-minute 42.2. So without incident, how well this car does. Hopefully it does better. I think it'll do better. I don't know. I don't know how much time it lost there. It probably lost a decent amount, but I guess now we're gonna find out how much of it did lose. Also, I've just noticed that indicator on the left side there is literally the exact same shape as the door handles. It's just continuing all the way down. Let's do the lap in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so... oh yeah, this thing just lurches. I love it. Alright, let's get through here. Nice and tidy. There's still a little bit of lag. Frick. I don't know, it's weird. At this point, the only thing with any sort of lag that I actually have is like these cones at the finish, and apparently one of them went away, so it's literally just this one cone. That's the only other vehicle on the map currently. Alright, let's give it a lap in 3, 2, 1, go. And when I say lap, I mean more of like, you know, the time. You know what I mean. Alright, let's just get it around here nice and quick. Okay, this is usually a problem, and I've almost made it a problem, but no, it was okay. Alright, yes. Nice and tidy. Let's do another one just like that. And another one, maybe? Oh, nice and good. Let's go. Everything I'm saying this lap is just, yeah, just nice and tidy, nice and good. Okay, that wasn't tidy. I bet we're gonna shave a lot of time off, to be honest. Like, even with, if we did the same incident again, I feel like this is a faster lap. And we haven't fallen for it. We are losing some brakes, though. A little bit of fade. Nothing that I'm noticing too bad in practice so far, though, so it should make it rest it away. Only like one more bend back, I think, so after that, I mean, it's just going to be a straight shot. The brakes shouldn't be too big of an issue, although, I don't know, they could be. I could have just jinxed it, and I'm just going to absolutely lose all my brakes in the next corner. Alright, on the straight, brake a little bit here. This can be an issue. Definitely was for the Fatale. And keep it quick through here as much as we possibly can. And great. A little bit of a cop there and stop. Jesus. Well, it appears that the SLFE's team was justified in their request for a second run, as this time it has now smashed the Wallaby's time. It has finished this course with a 2-minute 34.07. Unofficial. We're waiting on official times, but I do not expect it to be that much different. And that officially concludes Event 1 of the second Autopolitan. The SLFE has claimed gold and will receive 10 points, with the McClure at second receiving 9, and the Zoey with bronze receiving 8. Wallaby SS will have 7 points, Commentaries 1006, and so on. The Wayfarer and the Nopal were unable to score any points in this event, so if they have any ambition of performing well in the rest of this tournament, they need to step up their game. I hope you guys have enjoyed this event of the Autopolitan, and I hope to see you in the next one.